So I got my car in bedroom mode right now, and I'm just sitting here in the front, kind of unwinding. I just got out of the gym. I mean, today is Friday, and I worked all day. After work, I went and got some. I got a Domino's pizza and a Philly steak sandwich or some special for like $15. I set up my car in living room mode and ate that, and then I went to a gas station and I vacuumed my car. You would be surprised how dirty your van gets when you live in it, because I eat in my car every night, and so it's just like a lot of crumbs and stuff, and just I don't know, it was dirty, so I had to wash it or clean it. And after that, I came to the gym and did about a 30-minute workout, and then I took a shower, and while I was in the shower, I washed some of my clothes. This is like a wet shirt that's drying now. It'll be dry by morning. And yeah, now I'm gonna kind of unwind. I'm making this video. I'll probably have a beer after this, and then I'll just crawl on back and maybe watch videos for 30 minutes to an hour, or read the news or something, and I'll nod off to sleep. Yeah, so I'm actually in my favorite spot tonight. I love this spot because I'm I'm significantly north of Miami, and the farther north you go, like the nicer it gets. The neighborhoods get nicer, and just gets cleaner, and Miami's kind of a shithole, and most of the gyms of this chain that I belong to, they're not open 24 hours on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But these ones up north are. Anyways, uh, this is a huge like plaza. It's not just the gym. It's like the gym, a supermarket, and some restaurants. So the parking lot is enormous. And there's, when you do car life, van life, like you start to see things that probably most people don't see. Like, for example, when I look at a parking lot, because I sleep in parking lots, um, there's like parking lots here in Florida that are just asphalt, and they might have some palm trees, which palm trees suck for shade. They don't really provide shade for a car. So I avoid those parking lots. And then there's parking lots that have lots of trees and overhanging branches. And anyways, in this parking lot, I'm under a huge tree. I mean, I'm totally enveloped by shade. So in the morning, it'll still be cool. And I run my AC all night. I'm in a hybrid. I'm in a Toyota Prius. So I run my AC all night. I'm very comfortable. Anyways, I'm in my favorite spot. But one spot that I wouldn't say it's my favorite spot, but it's a spot I like because it has my gym there, and then it also has a huge Walmart supercenter. Now, Walmart doesn't allow overnight parking. Most of them don't here in southern Florida. And now this spot that I'm talking about now, that's near the Walmart, it's a bit north of northern Miami, and it's pretty ghetto. Like when you get off the freeway, the off ramp, you've got guys there begging. There's a woman there. She's a druggie, and she's like half naked. She's just like kind of walking between the lanes when the cars are stopped, panhandling. It's pretty ghetto. And then this is the place where I met a guy who I didn't really want to talk to, and he was a drug dealer. I mean, there's two guys at this place who live out of their vans, and I don't know how they do it. Like most people that I see, living in their cars and their vans here in Southern Florida, they're doing it without AC. And I mean, I don't know how they do it because it was kind of cool last night. The temperature dropped down to about 80 degrees. One of the coolest nights I've felt this summer. And I tried it. I tried like not running my AC, and I laid in the back here, and I had my two back windows cracked open about this much just to kind of get some air ventilation going through. And I mean, I felt like I was in a coffin. I was all sticky and sweaty. So, I mean, I tried it for like an hour, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" And I turned on my AC, and so I don't know how these guys. Well, this one uh, guy who lives in his van. I mean, these are not like these guys that live in their vans. These are not like van life guys that you see on YouTube with these fancy vans, and they're traveling around and making videos and stuff, and they're like perfect carpenters, and the back of their van looks like a mini apartment. No, that's not these kinds of van guys. These are the guys who maybe they're felons or something, and they can't rent an apartment or something, and they're both drug dealers. I know that because I'll see dudes on bikes like ride up to their van, and they'll have a little transaction, and yeah, I mean, it's just obvious they're drug dealers. So, yeah, the other night I was parked there, and I mean, I like this spot because I can finish work, I can go to the gym, take a shower, feel fresh again, because you feel so nasty. You feel so nasty at the end of a day in Southern Florida. You just like it's like your whole body is a sweaty ball sack. I mean, it's just a disgusting feeling. So when I take that shower and I'm finished, it just feels like I came out of a wet vagina from an Irish Spring. It's just I feel like I was reborn. And so then I walk over to Walmart, and I walk into Walmart, and the AC's on. It's just like, oh, you feel so good. Walk in there, and they have like a deli section, and they have like a section where there's like cheap sandwiches. You can buy like a sandwich. You can buy like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich for, it's like $3.80 or something, and a cheap salad is like $2. But sometimes I buy the expensive one, which is about $5. That's like a chicken Caesar salad. It's really good. So yeah, I can get a pretty cheap dinner over there at Walmart, and then I'll just come back to my car and eat it. I have a burner stove here, and I'll heat up the sandwich so that the cheese melts, and it's really nice. Anyways, that's why I like that spot. It is in the ghetto, but I like it because it's so convenient, because it has like a place where I can buy food, and then the gym where I can take a shower and do a workout even. And I just like the convenience of that spot. And it's so cool to like I'm not driving from my house to this place. This is my house. So it's like I literally just have to walk like 2 minutes from my car, and I'm inside a Walmart Supercenter, and I can buy my dinner. And then I just walk 2 minutes back to my car. And like when I'm in my car in the evening, my car is parked. I know it's a car, but in like psychologically, it's not a car at that point. It's my home. I'll just show you guys. I mean, I don't really want to get into how I set up my car and everything in this video, but like you see my windows are like this. So it's like a wall. Like this is no longer a car. I mean, this is a window, but now it's covered. All my windows are covered like this. So I have complete privacy. And yeah, that's why I like that place, because it's just convenient. So it is in the ghetto. And okay, I've noticed that most Walmarts here in Southern Florida, there'll be a police cruiser right near the entrance. And I think the reason is because the employees are not allowed to pursue shoplifters once they exit the store. And there's so many shoplifters here apparently that there's just a police cruiser and a policeman right there at the door the whole day long as Walmart is open. And since this is a big, not this, the place I'm talking about, since it is such a big place, you know, it has a Walmart Supercenter, it has the gym, it has a lot of other shops there too. There's like, at any given moment, there's at least 2 police crews. Like there was a Marshall's there as well. And I guess there's a lot of shoplifters there as well. So there's another police cruiser that's always there in front of Marshall's. Then Walmart also has, what do they call it? Parking lot security from a private security company. So even though it's in the ghetto, there's just a lot of police and security presence. And I've like, you know, there's like a couple of homeless guys who live around there, and I've like one guy, one day he came up to me, or one evening he came up to me and he's like, "Hey man, can I wash your hubcaps for $1?" And I thought, what, only $1? Like, man, like, you know, value your service more than that. But I kind of saw his strategy there. He probably understands that if he is so you know, modest and cleans somebody's hubcaps for $1, that they'll pay him more, which I did. I ended up paying him like $4 just to help him out, you know. And then we started talking, and he said he just sleeps behind the stores, you know. Yeah, so it's like when people, first of all, if anybody out there feels sorry for me, even my mom, you know, like she just couldn't believe that I was living in my car. But like I don't see it like, oh, I'm so poor, and oh, woe is me because I have to live in my car, and you know, I'm homeless. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all. I'm happy to live in my car. This is my little home. In fact, I feel sorry for the people that are paying $2,000 a month for rent. I feel like I have an, you know, kind of a financial edge over them. Anyways, and it's nice I have air conditioning. These other people that I see living in their cars and vans here in Southern Florida, I have not seen one single car life person or van life person that has AC running all night. So, I mean, by that metric, I'm living more comfortably than all of them. And certainly more comfortable than somebody who doesn't have a car at all. And there's lots of them. There's lots of them, especially in that ghetto Walmart place that I like to stay. But I like to stay there because I've made friends with some of the homeless people. And when I say homeless, I mean, you know, the ones that don't even have a car to sleep in. You know, the 2 van guys that are drug dealers. Like, I've talked to one of them, and you know, he was cool. You know, obviously, what do you call it? Somebody who chronically lies. Like, I could just tell after talking to him for 10 minutes that he was like a pathological liar. But whatever, like I didn't fucking care. He gave me good advice. He told me like where to park my car so that I wouldn't get ousted by security at night. And he was dead on. He was right. And the other guy who lives in his van, who's also a drug dealer, we've like seen each other before. You know, I know what he's up to, and he recognizes me, but we've never talked, and I don't necessarily need to talk to him. But this dude is just like, gives no fucks. He gives no fuck. He lives in this like 1960s big ass van that must probably gets 4 miles to the gallon, you know. And he has like a license plate, you know, like some old cars, they get special license plates. Well, his van has one of those special license plates. Anyways, yeah, the other night, um, some bitch just, storms out of his van. She's like, I'm done. I'm fed up with this. I'm just done. And she stormed off and had her temper tantrum. So that was that. And then, I'm in my car chilling, cooking my dinner on my burner stove. And I hear this guy saying, fuck you, bitch. You stay away from my drugs. You don't take my drugs. And he was just like going off on, it was the same girl. And he was like wailing bitch slaps down on her. And she was on the ground. And I saw all these cans just fly up in the air. And he was beating her, but he wasn't really beating. Like, he wasn't like punching her in the face, but he was just pimp slapping her and raining down pimp slap blows on her. And she's like, no, I didn't try to take your drugs. And she was just crying. And then the dude in the old van comes out. I'd never seen him actually like stand up. He's always in his van with his doors open. Like, he gives no fucks. He's not trying to be stealth or anything. It's so fucking hot here. I don't blame him. He leaves his doors open, his windows open. This guy starts waddling out of his van. He's like probably 5'4", huge gut, no shirt. He was barefooted, walking in his shorts, dark, curly, black, wavy hair. And he was just like waddling real fast up to the guy who was pimp slapping the girl with an air of concern. And then the dude who was wailing down the pimp slap blows, he was a black guy, he just walked away into the night. And the girl was crying, and the guy went up to her, and he kind of consoled her, but it looked like they had a fight before she got pimp slapped by the black guy. So, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. And then I have this other friend, old Haitian lady. I think she's probably in at least her mid-60s, might even be in her 70s, I don't know. And she lives in this old SUV, this old beat up SUV, and it's just packed with what to me it looks like junk. But she says that she sells it at the swap meet. And I don't know, I've never seen inside her car. I can just see like all this shit, it looks like a bunch of clothes and stuff just piled up. You can see it through the windows. But I said, why do you have all this stuff? She said, oh, I sell at the swap meet. That's how I make money. I mean, she told me that she also gets Social Security every month. And she said she's been in America. She's Haitian. And she said she's been in America for 35 years. Yet her English is terrible. It's terrible. It's so rudimentary. It's like, how can you speak English that bad after 35 years? But she's a very sweet lady. Very sweet lady. We usually will, like, if I see her first, I'll park next to her. Or if she sees me, she'll park next to me. So we meet like once or twice a week just at that parking spot. And we chat, and she tells the same old story, almost every time I meet her, about how her husband left her. He went back to Haiti, and he was murdered because he was having sex with 12-year-old girls. She tells me that story almost every time I meet her. And then she says she has a son in Orlando, and he calls her and he says, Mom, I'm going to come and get you, and you can come live with me. But he never comes. And she tells me that story every week. And I don't think her English is pretty atrocious, but I don't think she's mentally ill. She seems pretty normal. Sweet lady. And she rescued a pigeon. There was a sick pigeon or an injured pigeon, and when I first met her, she showed me this pigeon, and she keeps it in her car. And she sprinkles dried rice or corn or whatever pigeons eat. She just sprinkles it on her floor, and the pigeon lives right under her steering wheel. That's the pigeon's place. And I've known this lady for a while now, and I just saw the pigeon last night, and it's like almost a full-grown pigeon now, and that's her little pet, and she clipped its wings so it can't fly away, which I don't know. I'm kind of have a mixed opinion about that. I think the pigeon, if it could fly, I think it would come back to her. But anyways, you know, I've never really like been a bird person, but she took her pigeon out, and I was petting it, and yeah. Anyways, crazy place, man. Crazy place. Anyways, guys, that's just a little dose of a part of my life here in Southern Florida, and it's really I don't know. It's a colorful life. It's interesting, but you know, most of the other places I stay, it's just very quiet and serene, like the place I'm at now. There's one guy I know here. He drives a pickup truck, and he lives in his truck, and he has a trailer on the back of his pickup truck, not a travel trailer, but it's like a kind of like a flatbed trailer, and he has all these chemicals in there, and that's his business. And then he just sleeps. He lives in his truck. I'm like, how do you sleep in your truck, dude? Because he has one of those trucks. It's a flatbed truck, and it's a truck that has, like, you know, the two seats, and like the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and then it has a back row as well. But you know, the truck's not long enough to sleep this way in. But he's like, yeah, I just, you know, I can't stretch out, but I just sleep in the back of my truck. So, and then he doesn't have AC either, but he said he uses rechargeable fans. And anyways, yeah, I've seen him here at this spot I'm at. He's the only guy I know from here. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm doing the van life or the car life the way that most YouTubers are, where it's like that is their that is their life, just living in their car or their van, which is cool if you have an endless amount of money, you know. Or I guess they're YouTubers, so they make a lot of money doing that. But yeah, I'm not living that way. But I don't know. I'm seeing another part of car life or van life that you don't see on YouTube. It's people. It's like real people. You know, just trying to live, man. Trying to, like, for me, just trying to get a little edge in life. Like, I honestly, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can fucking rent a minimum of a $2,000 a month apartment, plus you've got all your other bills, plus food, which is also expensive here. Like, unless you're making $50 an hour, like, I just don't see how you do it. Or, you know, you're continually in debt, which has never been my ideal model for my finances. But you know what I see, yeah, I'm not living this YouTube van life or car life. I'm doing this, you know, to kind of get ahead financially. And the other people that I see, some of them are at my level where they're working and then living in their car or their truck or whatever. And then there's also this segment, which I kind of talked about a little bit in this video, where they're not working, but you know, they're kind of homeless, or they're drug dealers, or maybe they're felons. I don't know. Anyways, those are my stories for this video, guys. Yeah, I have a whole backlog of videos from my time in Uganda and Japan, and I have over like 1,000 videos on Patreon, and lots of stuff on there. And these videos, I've got some more of these, you know, from my time here in America. I'm always putting these videos on Patreon first, so my patrons get to see these videos first. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can check it out. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Deuces.